Aw.
Alrighty, welcome everyone to another episode of Down the Middle. And we are live, just need to do a quick audio check. Another episode of Down the Middle. Shout out for me, Brian. And we are live.
Yo, yo, yo.
Shout out for me, Brian. All right, we're good. We got a lot to cover this week, so let's get right into it. You have something you wanted to show the folks at home real quick. Your triumph.
So, as we talked about before, our lovely Ben, Veggie, or some of you guys that follow XW, Kurt Aston, passed away a short time, and we just did a memorial show about a month ago or so, maybe 2-3 weeks ago. And I was luckily able to be in the Kurt Aston Memorial Battle Royal. And I came, has it all. Has the slick back hair, singlet, everything. It was a great time. Real great time.
Okay, unfortunately, it looked like you froze a bit, so they didn't see the cup. You want to slowly throw that back into frame so they can see it?
Oh, no.
No.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. Nice. Look at that.
Even has name right there and everything.
Yes, sir. Congratulations on that for sure. Before we get into the fiasco, the shit show that will be Forbidden Door, we got to talk about the shit show going on. We got to talk about the shit show going on in WWE. I just want to go ahead and throw it out there. Any hope that any of you are having that things in WWE will change? It won't, because Vince has stepped down, and the theme of the year seems to have been the word interim. We've had an interim TBS champion. We're going to have an interim AEW World Champion, and now we have an interim WWE CEO in Stephanie McMahon, which, I mean, she's just going to do everything her dad tells her to do. And we have John Laurinaitis, being dismissed from his position as head of talent relations, and guess who's taking his place?
Bruce Pritchard.
Yeah, so nothing will change.
No.
Nothing at all.
Here's my thing. The last pay-per-view they had, which was Hell in a Cell, I don't know if you caught that yet or watched it yet.
I want to watch the Cody-Seth match, but I haven't yet.
Hell in a Cell was a great pay-per-view. Like, a big step up in pay-per-views that they've had for a while. So if they can keep that same momentum of pay-per-views, I think they will do okay.
See, I'm not thinking, we're going to touch on Money in the Bank later. I don't think that's going to be a shit show. That actually looks fairly decent.
I do think Money in the Bank will be a great match because there's a lot of top talent in that match.
Yes, sir. But let's go ahead. So I will say, I don't think it's any secret, I'm very disillusioned with AEW right now ever since Double or Nothing. I mean...
Oh, yeah.
It's so sad because... I mean, AEW had been putting on some of the best pay-per-views I'd ever seen, and then this thing may be... It's not the worst, but it's one of the worst. And I'm so confused because I'm on Twitter and everybody's talking about how awesome it was, and I'm like, were we watching the same show?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, are we in a different dimension or something? Because it was definitely not the greatest pay-per-view I've seen.
And this is coming from somebody like I'm not talking about these Twitter pages that only exist to like bash AEW because they hate everything no matter what. I'm just saying, like, as an AEW fan, this was so disappointing, and Forbidden Door it's already a cluster because so many people are out due to injury or illness, as I found out today for one person.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, we'll get into that. So first up, it looks like they have fixed the problem of the pre-show because at least according to my card, we have 3 pre-show matches.
Wow.
Well, that's about right considering who's in here. I think the pre-show, like, it's not gonna be awesome, but it's gonna be decent. So, and again, they may not be in this order. Not so much the pre-show. I'm gonna read the order that they have. I hope it's not in this order because I'm a traditionalist in some aspects. But the first pre-show match, allegedly, we have the Gun Club, consisting of Austin and Billy. Oh, so it is all 3. Sorry, the entire Gun Club, along with Max Caster, against Yuya Uemura, Alex Coughlin, the DKC, and Kevin Knight. Not gonna lie, I've been really bad. I've been a bad boy. I haven't been watching New Japan regularly for a while. I've just been so busy, and New Japan is a time commitment. So I don't know who any of these people are. I am guessing that if these aren't young lions, they are recent graduates of the dojo. So I predict the Gun Club will go over.
I think they are, but I assume the Gun Club's going to go over, honestly, too, because I think Gun Club will go over.
Yep, I believe so. Because the next match, I predict New Japan will go over. The next pre-show match, we have The Factory, consisting of QT Marshall and Aaron Solo, versus 2 members of the Chaos Stable, Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi. Come on. Really?
Yeah. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, New Japan.
I don't really know the New Japan too well, but I don't know New Japan people too well. I know some of their top guys. That's about it. But I have heard about them, and I don't see the Factory winning.
Well, the thing about and Yoshihashi too. Goto and Yoshihashi are both veterans. Yoshihashi's a bit more of a veteran than Goto, but Goto's kind of, I wouldn't call him one of their top guys just because he hasn't held a ton of championships, but he's one of their workhorses and consistently puts on great matches. Yeah. Goto is the type of guy, and this is kind of an insult in WWE, but it's a real big compliment in New Japan because of how they do their book. Goto is the type of guy who, let's say you have a championship match and your challenger gets injured like a day beforehand. Goto's the type of guy you could put in there and still have a great match.
Okay.
He's that kind of worker. He's phenomenal. But yeah, I predict, like I said, the Chaos Stable will go over, which leads us into our third pre-show match. And I actually like the lineup for this pre-show because it's showcasing some really decent New Japan talent. So if the casual American viewer is checking out the pre-show, they're going to get a decent flavor for New Japan. And it might actually entice some buys because the next match we've got Swerve in Our Glory, which is obviously Swerve Strickland and Keith Lee, versus 2 members of Suzuki-gun in the form of El Desperado and Yoshinobu Kanemaru. I don't remember if I've seen Yoshinobu. Yeah, Yoshinobu Kanemaru is he's a veteran of a veteran. And El Desperado is very, very good as well. I predict, this one could go either way, honestly.
Yeah, I feel like that match, again, I'm not a New Japan watcher. I've not really ever watched New Japan. I just, from snips and bits and heard, I agree. I think this one could go back and forth too.
The one decides, if I were judging this like a real fight, I would say I would probably give it on a balance of probabilities to Strickland and Lee just because of Lee's size. Because Swerve and Desperado are both kind of hybrid high flyer styles. So they're going to kind of cancel each other out. But Keith Lee, just has such a size advantage on Kanemaru, but Kanemaru has been around the block, so it should be a good match.
Yeah.
Hard hitting, and I'm looking forward to seeing some strong style in the land of flippies and dives.
Flippy dippy bullshit.
It's not flip. It's not. I've always said this. It's not flippy dippy bullshit if they do it well. Like, I don't consider Darby Allin flippy dippy bullshit because when he does it, he looks like a car crash.
Okay, that's true.
But a lot of it looks more like gymnastics. But Darby Allin looks like he's trying to kill somebody, starting with himself.
It's like he's a crash dummy anytime he does anything.
Yeah. So the next match on the list, but I hope it's not the first match of the show. But they've got Moxley versus Tanahashi for the interim AEW World Title. Now, I've been going back and forth on this one. I think Moxley will win it. However, if I was booking this, I'd have Tanahashi win it.
Okay, now why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Because with a little bit of... First of all, Tanahashi's a hell of a wrestler, and I would love to see him get more exposure in the United States. Because I think wrestling fans need to see him so that they can see... They can, and I'm not cutting Moxley up. I'm just saying, like, Tanahashi's style is... And I'm a little biased because I'd say it's probably my favorite style. But he's so fucking good at just the little things. The little nuances, and I've never seen a bad Tanahashi match.
Okay.
And he can wrestle anybody. Tanahashi, I would wager to say if Tanahashi showed up in WWE tomorrow, he'd probably already be over. And I'm not talking about people who know him. I'm just talking about the vibe, which I thought the same thing about Shinsuke, though.
But Shinsuke was pretty over.
This is true. When he went to NXT, he was over. I'm talking main roster. And I think Shinsuke's over. I just think they haven't been booking him properly at all, so people lost interest.
I can agree with that. I do think Shinsuke's over. He's just not booked right. Because I think he should have been booked to beat AJ and then turn heel on AJ.
Well, I knew they were screwing up with Shinsuke when he's the king of strong style. And they changed it to the artist. What the fuck? Like, honestly, like, I'm not even gonna lie. That offended me. As a pro wrestling fan, that offended me. Because you take arguably one of the best wrestlers ever. I mean, just
So I think, okay, so I can see it going both ways. I think probably because it's intern for the AEW World Title, I think Mox is going to win.
Probably.
Because the other one, he's from New Japan, and he's probably already got stuff booked where he's at, too.
Probably, but I'm just putting my fantasy booking hat on, which you can't see because it's invisible.
Yeah, fantasy booking, that'd be great to have him.
Well, plus
intern world.
Well, plus it sets up Punk and Tanahashi. Which, frankly, if that's headlining a pay-per-view, just take my money. And potentially, you could have... I think it would be good for it. Conventional wisdom would say this would be bad, but it would also enable them to defend the belt in New Japan.
Yes.
And I don't know, I'm just saying, the prospect of Punk versus Tanahashi in a New Japan ring, I'd be okay with that. It doesn't make sense for AEW to do that.
It doesn't make sense, but I would pay to watch something like that too.
Yep, I absolutely would. It's anybody's game, but like I said, I think they'll have Mox win it. And Moxley versus Punk is not going to be bad either.
No,
Just in the
because
old.
they've already wrestled before in WWE.
Yeah, but that
Not
was
necessarily one, but
yeah. So it'll be fun to watch. So like I said, I hope that's the main event. I'm scared that it won't be, but
I would be okay with it starting off.
So this is my thing, and this is a pet peeve of mine. I'm a purist in the sense that if the world title should be last. And my logic is that if your world champion isn't the main event, who's more important than your world champion? And if there's somebody more important than your world champion, then why are they world champion?
Okay, I could see that. Okay. I can see where you're getting with that now.
That's just my thing. I know it doesn't bother a lot of people, but it bothers me every time they do it. Especially when they do that bullshit, oh, well, now we have a lights out match. I'm like, no, your world title's over with. It's done. I don't know. But next, we have another world championship being defended. And this is almost sacrilegious for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship to be defended in a four-way, because New Japan does not do that. I'm not going to say they don't ever do it, but I can't remember a time that it's been anything but a singles match.
Yeah.
I can't recall one. But anyway, but we've got Jay White, the current champion, facing off against Kazuchika Okada, Hangman Adam Page, and Adam Cole.
Yeah, Jay White will win it.
I'm pretty sure. But
he just won it, so I don't see him losing it.
I think they might be setting something up for White versus Cole. Maybe. I don't know.
Which that would be okay if they were setting up for another Forbidden Door down the road.
Correct. Or what I would like to see, honestly, I want this event to do well, because I would like to see, because this, let's be real, this is an AEW pay-per-view. It's a co-production with New Japan, but this one's AEW. I would like to see them do, I'd love to see them do 2 super shows a year, one in the United States and then one in Japan.
That would be cool.
I think that's fair.
That would definitely be cool. I'd like to see that too.
Yeah, I would. And I didn't know this. Apparently, Tanahashi is the one who coined the phrase Forbidden Door. And now that I heard that, I remember him saying it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so that's another reason Tanahashi should win the title. Because, I mean, he coined the phrase.
I just don't think they're going to pull it off to Jay White that fast.
I'm not talking about the IWGP. I'm talking about the AEW. Although here's some. This isn't fantasy booking. This is just an idea. What if we had? See, this would be interesting. If we had Tanahashi win the AEW interim title, but then Adam Cole wins the IWGP title. That sets up for some cool stuff.
It does, because then it would force Adam Cole to go to New Japan, and
Tanahashi would have to be here.
Yeah.
And not only that, it would also get the. Oh, go ahead.
Adam Cole would be okay with it. It would get the AEW World Title some huge exposure there, and it would get the New Japan World Title some huge exposure here.
On a scale that it's never seen before.
That is true.
Like, people have seen it in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not the same. See, and this is what I have to keep reminding myself, and this is why this pay-per-view is important. There are people out there, and it's probably not a small number, who haven't seen a lot of these New Japan guys. Like, they might have heard of New Japan Pro Wrestling, but they might not have seen some of these guys before. And, like, I haven't
seen... I'm one of them guys.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard of them, but I'm not really watching anything. Honestly, as far as New Japan, like, only people I really knew of was Ospreay.
And holy shit.
Only reason I heard of Ospreay was because of Ricochet and Ospreay when they feuded.
Yep, and then holy shit, speaking of Ospreay, God, boy, he put on some weight. He's a legit heavyweight now. He's been eating
He
his
still moves around
Wheaties.
just as good.
Oh, I know. He's been eating his Wheaties, though. But yeah, I too. I think Jay White will retain, but I wouldn't be disappointed with any of these guys winning it.
I'd be okay with any of them. I don't think I would really care if it was Hangman, just because I don't know.
I wouldn't buy it. It's like really like you lost to Punk, but you can beat Okada, White, and Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah, so by virtue of that logic, they'll probably put it on Hangman. And again, that's not shitting on Hangman. I love Hangman. I hated the way he was booked because they booked him like he's a joke, and he's not. He's very, very, very good. So next we have, and this was one of the matches that had to be changed around because of an injury. We've got the 4-way match to determine the inaugural AEW All-Atlantic Championship, which is a terrible name for the title, considering not all competitors are from countries that touch the Atlantic, but whatever.
True.
So we've got Pac versus Miro versus Malachi Black, and it was supposed to be Tomohiro Ishii, but apparently he is injured, so he's been replaced by Clark Connors, who wrestles for New Japan, but I don't know anything about him.
Huh.
I know. Well, he's trained by Lance Storm.
Maybe he's Canadian then?
No, it says he's an American, but he's trained by Lance Storm, Shibata, and the LA Dojo, New Japan Dojo, so he's probably extremely good. I just haven't seen him.
Unless he's only in it for New Japan, so if New Japan wins it can be... I don't know.
I guess, but Japan doesn't touch the Atlantic Ocean.
It's true.
And I'm that big of a prick that I point things out like that. The other thing that I thought was funny is we had... they unintentionally made it a bunch of white guys for what was supposed to be an international title.
That's what I didn't understand.
Now it's 4 white dudes.
That's something I couldn't understand either.
Well, Ishii was supposed to be in there, which made me think Ishii was supposed to win it. But now it's 4 white dudes again. And their one guy from New Japan fell out, so... I mean...
Well, I feel like he probably was going to win anyways because everybody else are part of storylines right now.
Right, yeah. Although, so I think Clark Connors might win it. Now, I thought for sure if Ishii was in there, he was going to win it. They might put it on Pac.
They may put it on Pac?
Well, it's an AEW title, and this is the first... It's the inaugural. So it's kind of silly. It's kind of silly to put it on somebody from New Japan to be the first champion ever.
Well, okay.
Or you know what? I changed my vote. I think they're going to put it on Miro.
Which would be okay because Miro isn't in any kind of storyline right now.
It seems to me they brought him back to TV so he could win this belt.
It sounds like it. And it makes sense.
Yeah, but I don't really understand why he was off TV that long anyway.
Shit, he was off TV for the last 6 months or something?
Like maybe did he have nagging injuries or something? I don't know, but
I don't know because I never heard anything.
I mean, it's going to be a good match. It's going to be a really good, or it should be a really good match.
It's good.
But I have full faith in AEW's ability to fuck it up. But anyway, I call Miro winning the AEW All-Atlantic Championship, which leads us to the next match. We have the reunified Le Sex Gods, Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, which I'm actually happy about this. Because Jericho and Guevara together are fantastic. Versus...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and Minoru Suzuki is joining Le Sex Gods. Versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shota Umino. I feel like I've seen Shota... Yes, I have seen Shota Umino before. He's pretty good, and obviously we know Wheeler Yuta's been making strides, and Eddie Kingston's always awesome. And the winner of this match receives the man advantage for Blood and Guts. So they get the first man in.
So, if I remember right, the last Blood and Guts, Jericho's team had the advantage going into it.
I'm trying to remember now. No, I don't think they did. Because I think...
No,
yes, they did. Yes, they did.
Did they?
I think so, because I think it was Cash who was 2-on-1 for a little while. I can't remember now.
Yeah. So I don't see them doing that back-to-back Blood and Guts where they have Jericho have the odd man in or have the odd man in on one guy. I feel like Eddie Kingston's team's going to win. And plus, Eddie Kingston's drawn in a lot of.
I don't know. I really don't know. I follow your logic, so I'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and agree with you. But I did want to talk for a minute about Sammy Guevara specifically because I don't remember who said it now, and I'm kicking myself because I wanted to shout out to them. Oh, it was Mox. I listened to Moxley's latest interview on Oral Sessions with his lovely wife, Renee Paquette. And he had mentioned the prospect of Darby Allin being part of the Best of the Super Juniors tournament. And I agree with this, but I also wanted to add Sammy.
Oof, I think Sammy is a good pick to put in it.
Well, I think they both are. I think they'd both be really good.
And another guy I think would be a good one to add into it, if any, Jungle Boy.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think Jungle Boy would do I don't think he'd do as well as the other two in something like Best of Super Juniors.
I could agree. I don't think he would do super well, but I think he would be super over.
Oh, he'd be over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he'd be over with the Japanese audience. The only thing I'm worried about, and so would Sammy. Sammy would get over as a heel, but he'd get over. I'd be a little concerned about Darby. I don't know how. Well, I guess Evil got over, so yeah, I bet Darby would get over. Although he might be a bit much for a Japanese audience because they're not usually that car crash-ish. But it would be interesting because Darby would have to wrestle.
Yeah, he would actually have to wrestle.
I think it will be good for all of them. I think Sammy wouldn't have much of a problem adapting. It would be a little less flippy, but I think Darby could adapt. It would be. I would enjoy watching him in more of a pure wrestling environment, but he can use his "I'll kill you with my body" and whichever one of us dies first loses kind of wrestling style. But it would be interesting. So, I think it should happen, TK. AEW can live without them for a couple weeks.
Make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen. Next match. So, this fucking thing. I don't remember who Ospreay's original opponent was supposed to be, but they got injured. And so now we have Orange Cassidy. God damn it.
Here's my thing. Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler. When he wrestles.
Correct.
I think Ospreay will win this one. But I think they will have a really good match.
And hang on just one second. I'm trying to read. Oh, no, I guess it was. Somebody, I had read somewhere that he had another opponent originally, but I guess it was Orange Cassidy for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. So here's my thing.
And I do want to plug. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, so the only reason this match is kind of insulting is, again, Orange Cassidy is a good wrestler when he wrestles. But him having his gimmick and being a legitimate competitor to someone like Ospreay makes Ospreay less legitimate. And Ospreay bumped for this bullshit.
Oh, he did.
Like, what the
And what little they did have, the 6-man that they just had
on Dynamite,
I think it was.
Yeah,
it was a really good match.
I disagree. I thought it was the shits. I thought it was just a bunch of flippy bullshit that looked phony as fuck.
Bullshit.
Well, but it wasn't even flippy. It looked phony. It looked ridiculous. Like, I didn't buy it.
Maybe they were just playing it too safe.
Well, no, it looked like they weren't even hitting each other, and I can't believe Ospreay sold for these fucking clowns. I'm gonna channel my inner Jim Cornette, but like, if I'd have been Ospreay, I'd have no-sold the shit out of it. What the fuck? It's bad enough you put me in the ring with this fucking idiot on an international pay-per-view where I'm defending a legitimate title, and you want me to sell for this idiot? Like, no. And he did the whole fucking pockets thing. Like, I'm starting to get sick of the pockets thing. In the middle of a match. It's one thing to do it when it's like a promo, but in the middle of a match, come on. Why does no one just kick him in the dick?
Who?
Orange Cassidy. I want Orange Cassidy versus MJF, and I want him to do this, and I want MJF to just kick him in the dick and get disqualified.
Is he going to play kick the baby?
Yeah.
Babies?
I mean, like, and the sad thing is, this match is going to be good because Orange Cassidy is good, but it's just going to be stupid and phony. Because there's going to be a stupid spot where he goes.
I think they're. Yeah, go on.
I was just going to say, because there's going to be a stupid spot where he goes to put his hands in his pockets, and Ospreay's not going to do anything. He's going to stand there and stare at him like he's stupid. And then when he puts the hand in his pockets, he's going to oversell a haymaker. Orange Cassidy's going to roll underneath it and then do a fucking drop kick with his hand in his pockets, do a kip up, not capitalize, and just stare into the hard cam like a fucking moron in a title match. I guarantee you. Do what?
There you go, Tony Khan. Clip. I said, clip that, Tony Khan.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Tell me I'm wrong. And how do I know it's going to happen? Because he does it. Because he does it in every fucking match. And nobody does anything about it. That's why it's phony. Do you think...
I think Ospreay should be one of them about it.
I hope he does. That would make it great. But, like, be real. Like, let's... Conor McGregor...
Puts him in his pocket. He goes to kick him, and Ospreay jumps over top of him. Like it's fucking hopscotch or something, and gives him a fucking knee.
I'll take it. I still do see Ospreay going over, though. I hope. God, I hope.
Yes, I'd like to.
Because I'm not going to lie. If I watch this match and I hear the words, and your new IWGP United States Heavyweight Champion, Orange Cassidy, I'm turning the thing off. I can't do it.
My fist.
Oh, we lost him. We lost Brian. The Forbidden Door got closed. That's okay. I'll continue on my rant until he comes back. We lost you.
There. I don't know what happened. I didn't do nothing. Hands are free. You know what? I'm going to blame these damn Russians, the commies.
They're not communists anymore, but okay. Well, they're not officially communist.
We'll say they're commie.
They're not officially communist, I should say.
Okay. Now back to what you were saying. I do agree. I think Ospreay will win. I think it would be stupid for Orange Cassidy to win.
But here's the thing. So not only in order to come out of this ahead, Ospreay doesn't just need to win. He needs to, like we said, he needs to wrestle this match in a way where he makes Orange Cassidy look like an idiot, and then maybe they can. Because let's be real, it's been almost 4 years. It's starting to get stale. Orange Cassidy's got to change a bit here.
Yeah.
Now the hardcore AEW fans, I can already hear, is like, but Orange Cassidy's over. He's the most over person, and he sells merch. And Well, guess what, dipshit? He can get more over. He's already over.
Yeah.
But if he keeps doing the same shit, he's not going to stay over, is he? What if Orange Cassidy decides he's done farting around and is going to start wrestling like a badass? He's still going to be over.
Yeah, he'll come out to... He's not going to be the freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy. He's going to be the glass of orange juice Orange Cassidy.
The full pulp Orange Cassidy, if you will. But that's what I'm saying. You can still have fun with it. It just doesn't have to be as silly.
That's what I'm going to do when I start wrestling. I'm going to put my hands in my pocket and start kicking people. Start doing kick-ups and everything else.
That was the spot that pissed me off the most in the match on Dynamite. We got two of the guys in Ospreay's stable who are, for some reason, like they're facing Ospreay's corner. Orange Cassidy's behind him, and he starts doing the kicking spot, and these two dorks just stand there and do nothing. They don't even turn around.
Okay. I remember what you're talking about now. They literally just stand there and watch him.
And then he pulls off a double DDT. What the... I got on my phone at that part in the match. I was like, okay, I'm out. Freezing a little bit over there?
Nope, I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
good.
Just making sure you weren't...
Something I do want to add in before this next one. And it has nothing to do with the Orange Cassidy Ospreay match. I do think we may see some sort of Kenny Omega at Forbidden Door.
Yeah.
If it's a pop-in, if it's a promo, if it's something, I think we will see Orange Cassidy, Kenny Omega.
I think... go ahead.
Or maybe the surprise person in place later.
Maybe, although I have my theory about that. I think we'll see Kenny Omega show up after this match, actually. Because there was a tweet. There was a tweet that Ospreay had put out a while ago, and he had tagged Kenny in it and said, "You're gonna be ready for June." And then Kenny actually said, "It's like, well, I guess this." And then Kenny, I guess, is like, "Well, I guess the secret's out." Which, what it may also have been...
I did see that.
It may have also been, it was supposed to be Kenny and Ospreay, but Kenny's not ready to come back yet, so they put Ospreay in there. That might... I mean, they put Cassidy in there. That might be what they were talking about when they said it wasn't Ospreay's first opponent.
Okay, that may be true.
But that's where I think we will see... That's where I think we will see Kenny show up. Anyway, our next match... We've got this one's going to be... It should be good. We've got a 3-way winner-take-all match defending both the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championships and the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Championships. We lost Brian again. Are you there, sir? Maybe.
I don't know. Got perfect connection. I am around.
Gotcha. I'm checking my internet, and it's fine on my end.
It's like all of a sudden it wants to scooch to pooch.
We gotcha.
I think for now.
For now.
By golly.
Alrighty. Nope. Guess again. You lied.
I thought, I'm telling you, these aliens. They're taking my signal.
It's the aliens. Well, this leads good segue. You know, your internet connection really stinks, but you know what doesn't stink?
What does it stink?
Stevie Wicks' new crystal-infused soy wax candles. So I'm a giant skeptic, but there are those who, what's the word I'm looking for? My fancy word for who postulate that certain minerals have how do we say homeopathic properties. And one of the 4 combinations they have the eucalyptus and mint, which is one of my personal favorite scents, infused with black obsidian, which is one of my favorite minerals. Now, black obsidian is alleged to repel negative energy, and it's not working yet, but that's because I had the cap off. So now it's open, so now I should start feeling better. Actually, wow, that does smell pretty good. Not the obsidian, the eucalyptus and mint. These are now available on their website, steviewicks.com, along with all of the other wonderful products that they offer. And if you follow them on Facebook, they wanted me to reinforce this. I believe they have a special going on only in the Facebook page. These are normally $16.99. I think they have them on sale for less than that. I want to say, I think you get $1 off if you order them on Facebook. But they are available online, so get yours today. And what else will not stink is the match for the winner-take-all tag team titles, which includes the Ring of Honor champions, FTR, versus the IWGP champions, the United Empire, consisting of Great O'Khan and Jeff Cobb, and for some reason, Roppongi Vice.
So I think this will go either way. I think it could. My pick, honestly, I'm a big FTR fan right now. They have been doing so well right now. And I really hope they win. I really do.
I will be honest. I would have preferred to see FTR and United Empire. Roppongi Vice shouldn't be in this match. I don't know why they're in this match. It makes no sense. Why would either championship team agree to let a team that doesn't have belts on the line? It makes no sense. I would have been fine with a winner-take-all title versus title match, but making it, and plus, again, it's a 3-way tag match, which is one of my least favorite matches. I hate these things.
Yeah. 3-way tags are just so hard sometimes.
They're with the exception of the women's one at WrestleMania, they always suck. They pulled off a miracle by making that one good. I still don't know how they did it.
Beats me.
I don't know, but I'm watching and I'm like, how the hell are they making this good?
They don't get a lot of things right, but for some reason, by golly, they got that match right.
They did, but I, like you, predict that, I was going to say Ring of Honor. I predict that FTR will come away with all the belts, but I believe this will set up an opportunity for them to also win the AEW titles, and I keep calling them ROH. I want FTR to win those too, because they deserve it.
So do I.
They deserve
think
it.
They do.
They absolutely deserve it.
I think FTR is one of the, if not the best tag teams around right now.
No flips, just fists.
They remind me of a 80s NWA tag team.
Well, because, I mean, that's essentially what they are. But next, we have another match that we've seen before and we're seeing on a pay-per-view for some reason. And take this with a grain of salt, and I'll go into why. I don't think this match will be well, it might be a stinker, but we've got Thunder Rosa defending her AEW Women's World Championship against Toni Storm for some reason. I'm going to get some hate here. I don't get why everybody's all up Toni Storm's butt. I don't get it. I mean, she's not, like, she doesn't suck, but I don't get what's so... I don't get it.
See, I'm not sure either, but the way Thunder Rosa's been booked the last couple months, I could see Toni Storm beating her.
I think that would be a mistake. But did you catch, apparently, and this is now making me rethink some of the Evilise controversy, and I watched this match and I saw what they were talking about. Apparently, there was some refusal to cooperate in the ring when Thunder Rosa had a match with Marina Shafir.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't want it to be true that Thunder Rosa can be difficult to work with at times. But now it's happened twice. And there's only one common denominator.
Yeah.
So like I said, I don't want it to be true, and I'm afraid because last time Thunder Rosa was in the ring with Serena Deeb, who is good enough to lead her. I don't know if Toni Storm will be able to. I'm afraid that this match is going to be bad. And by bad, I mean I'm afraid there's going to be fuck-ups and like I don't know. I don't know. And like I said, if you believe me to be incorrect about Toni Storm, please enlighten me in the comments. Like, what matches should I watch where I will understand what the hubbub about Toni Storm is? Because I'm not seeing it. Like I said, I don't think she's bad. I don't see why she's in a title match when she's only been in the company for what, not even 2 months.
So Tony Khan was good in NXT UK, and when she was brought over from there, it went downhill.
That might be she was working with, because the UK wrestling crop is extremely good.
Yes.
Particularly the NXT UK, because they went and signed up all the top talents. So again, this might be a case of people were able to lead Toni, and I'm talking to somebody who's not a worker.
Yeah.
Just my opinion. That may have been she was around a bunch of people who were able to lead her in her matches, and then when she got to... Because again, I didn't watch her in NXT a lot. I think I might have seen her once or twice, but at the time I didn't know. Like, the only thing I really know about Toni Storm is that she has an OnlyFans, and it's really, really popular.
Oh, yeah. Like, within, like, an hour, she made, like, $20K.
Well, yeah, because if there's one thing wrestling fans are good at, it's jerking off.
Hey.
I'm real good at it. Brother, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's all in the wrist, baby.
It's on the wrist? Man, yeah. I was using my elbow.
Oh, you're a hinger.
Yeah.
You're like a shake waiter, so it's in your bicep.
Yeah.
So you're working out and having fun at the same time.
The best 5 minutes of my life.
Does it feel like a stranger?
No, that only happens when I stick my hand till it goes in.
I can't.
It's like starting to...
Anyway, I predict I predict Thunder Rosa will win, but I don't think this will be a bathroom break match, and I hate to say that because it's probably sexist, but yeah. Anyway, and I would like to point out that this is a 12-match pay-per-view, including the pre-show, which is not as nearly as bad as Double or Nothing. 12 with the pre-show, so take 3 out for the pre-show. So it's only 9 matches. That's still a long pay-per-view, but I don't think it's too long.
No, it's something where like you don't have to pay attention fully to the kickoff show because I don't think it's going to mean enough.
Correct, yeah. So the second to last match on the list, we have, surprise, surprise, it's New Japan. It's an 8-man tag.
Yeah, go figure there.
We've got Bullet Club consisting of El Phantasmo and Hikuleo, who, if I remember correctly, is a cousin to the Gorillas of Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought so. And that guy's already... When I first saw him, I was like, oh, he's going to be phenomenal. So he probably is now. And they're being joined by the Young Bucks. And they are facing the Dudes with Attitudes, which is a terrible tag team name that Sting and Darby have come up with for themselves. Can we please not?
Yeah.
Please. Stop it. Unless Darby comes out as Surfer Sting.
That would be kind of cool.
Then we can do it. Then I'll allow it. And they are being joined by Shingo Takagi. Oh, I'm sorry. This is another match where we had an injury. So the lineup has changed. It is now going to be El Phantasmo with the Young Bucks with Hikuleo in the corner. And it is the Dudes with Attitudes being joined by Shingo Takagi because Hiromu Takahashi has a fever.
He has a fever?
I'm not making this up.
Wow.
I believe he is unable to travel due to COVID restrictions.
True.
Which, don't be a pussy. Just get on the fucking plane. Who cares? Cough on all of them. Does he not have his mask? Fucking retarded. Anyway. I mean... Like, it's going to be a good match, but again, like, is this... This is a New Japan pay-per-view match, but New Japan... So, here's what people need to understand about New Japan, is they don't really have pay-per-views per se. I mean, they do, but I believe in Japan they're actually just television events. So, they don't have a weekly television program.
Oh, they don't?
They have... And the way Japan does TV is even different from ours. Like it's a different style of program scheduling. So New Japan has television, but it's mostly their big events and then a couple of like they'll have Road to Dominion shows, which are shorter, but it's not necessarily and correct me if I'm wrong, because obviously I don't live in Japan, but this is my understanding. They don't have weekly television like an AEW Dynamite or a Raw.
Yeah.
They have longer programming blocks, but I don't think they're as consistent.
Not sure.
Now, and part of this is the fact that, because again, the way they schedule it, it's not like they're on the road like a WWE with all those house shows. So when people show up for a televised event, they want everyone on the card. And that's why New Japan does all these like mixed tag matches. And they do something really ingenious, too, because if it's a 2-night event, like in Wrestle Kingdom, let's say Okada's your world champion. Well, on night 1, he's probably going to be in a mixed tag match somewhere. And then on night 2, he's defending his belt, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody makes fun of New Japan for all their 8- and 6-man tag matches, but that's why. Like, it makes sense. They're just, it's a different way of doing things. But... that being said, New Japan's 8-man tag matches are usually pretty good. Because it's not treated like filler. It's an actual, like, there's a reason to be there.
Yeah.
So this match will be good, but in the context of, like, an AEW show, it just... it's going to be interesting to see how it fits.
So, honestly, I think this is one of the matches where I really don't care who wins.
Yeah, but I mean, it's honestly not important. If I had to guess, though, since the Bucks have belts on them, this is how they should book it. Since the Bucks are champions, they should technically win this match.
They should. I think they should too.
So that's where I'm casting my vote. But and then we have what will probably be the biggest surprise of the night, because it was originally going to be Zack Sabre Jr. versus Bryan Danielson, which, don't get me wrong, that was going to be a hell of a match.
Yeah.
A little birdie told me that Claudio Castagnoli might be showing up as Zack Sabre Jr.'s mystery opponent.
So, okay. Now, who is that?
Cesaro.
Oh, okay.
Because he did not renew with WWE, and I think that was in February.
So, I'm not sure about that. Because a Big Birdie has also told me that he's supposed to be debuting back on SmackDown with Max Dupree.
As far as I have read, he is not under contract with WWE. But
I'm not saying he is. I'm saying that he's going to have a new contract and go back to WWE.
Gotcha. Maybe. We shall see. I am looking forward to seeing who this mystery opponent is. And here's the thing. Claudio makes sense because Bryan Danielson kind of sold it as like it's somebody who he's close with, and he and Claudio have a history. So,
well, when he was saying it, he was like, they were all doing a who, and I'm like, I'm sitting there trying to think who done the who thing, but I'm like, well, that's the New Day,
and none of them are free.
Yeah.
I mean, unless they're really going to play with this Forbidden Door thing.
That's what I'm saying. I will make a number 2 in my pants if that happens.
Dude, if fucking Kofi shows up, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but holy shit.
I'm okay with Kofi or Xavier.
Yeah, either one. I'll still have a holy shit moment. But could you imagine Kofi showing up for that match?
Yeah.
Like what? Oh my God, what would the wrestling world do? I mean, collectively shit our pants is what we do.
All at one time, simultaneously.
Just the shit heard around the world. I still think it's going to be Claudio Castagnoli, but we shall see. And I can't really make a prediction for the match because I don't know who Zack Sabre Jr. is wrestling. So,
okay, once we find out who we think it's going to be, I think we should put a tweet.
We'll put it up on the Twitter machine.
Yeah, I'll message you so we can put it up on Twitter. Who we think it is.
But that will be the end of Forbidden Door, and so we will move right along. We shall move right along to Money in the Bank.
Not SummerSlam, Money
Not
in the Bank.
SummerSlam, Money in the Bank. And once again, there might be some more matches announced because right now there's 6.
Yeah, because I like I said, I haven't heard very many either.
Now, remind me here too. So it's Brock and Roman at SummerSlam, correct?
At SummerSlam, yes.
Okay, because that messed me up. Because I'm like, where's the undisputed title? But
yes.
Okay. So, and again, matches may not be in this order. This is just the order on the list. We have Bianca Belair defending her Raw Women's Championship against Carmella. I think
that's no brainer.
Well, it's not only a no brainer. It's going to be a good match because Carmella is actually quite underrated.
Very underrated, and she was originally supposed to be. It was originally supposed to be Carmella.
Oh, who was it supposed to be?
It was originally supposed to be Rhea Ripley.
Yes, I remember that. Yeah, okay, yeah.
I have no idea why Rhea is not in it no more. I have not heard anything about if she got hurt, if she's sick, or anything. It was just all of a sudden Rhea's out and Carmella's in the 4-way, and Carmella won.
I'm willing to bet. Oh, go ahead.
I was really hoping Liv would win.
I'm willing to bet that she's got a minor injury because those seem to be going around. Like something where she's not going to be out for an extended period of time, but she's not cleared to wrestle.
Oh, yeah. Injuries are getting handed out like candy right now.
Oh, I know. It's bad. It's so bad.
All over the place. All over the place. It's like a plague of injuries right now.
Alrighty, and as of right now, like I said, I think Bianca's going to win, but it's also going to be a good match because we've now seen that Bianca Belair consistently delivers.
Yeah.
So I call her retaining, but if Carmella won it, I wouldn't be disappointed. This is another match where it doesn't really matter who wins. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
So, and then
I think anybody that have been good.
Yeah. And then we should also note that Money in the Bank does not actually happen until the following weekend. This is July 2nd. So I will also be able to watch this one because my ass is off.
Oh, there you go.
So this is next Saturday.
And I don't understand it because I hate it. I hate how they're going back between Saturdays and Sundays and Saturdays and Sundays.
I love wrestling pay-per-views to be on Saturdays. Love it.
Well, it makes it easier, yes, but like they went to Saturdays because of COVID, and they're like, all right, we can go back to Sunday now for a couple of them, and then back to Saturday. Now they're going back and forth. I'm like, just pick a fucking weekend. Pick it.
I wish it would be Saturday because that makes it a lot easier for me. But next we have the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Currently we have Seth Rollins, because I'm not going to say freaking in his name because it is stupid. So is his laugh thing that he's doing now. It's phony. It's dumb. Seth Rollins is better than this. Stop it. Versus Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Almost a Wrestler, Sami Zayn, and there are 2 open spots that we shall see get filled in the coming weeks.
Here's the way. Here's what I'm going to say. And I'm fantasy booking all at one time.
Lay it on me.
And this is what I hope that happens. I think Seth Rollins is going to win it. I think he's the guy that's going to win. I think it's going to be the Rumble's going to happen. Cody's going to come back and win it. Cody's going to challenge Roman Reigns. We'll get Cody versus Roman. Seth Rollins is going to put his foot in the door. Seth Rollins is going to beat Cody and not pin Roman. So Seth Rollins will get his final ha-ha. And then either the Backlash pay-per-view or the pay-per-view after.
Damn it! We lost him again, right in the middle of his fantasy booking.
Over there?
I'm there, but you do not appear to be.
Appear to me either.
I see black.
There it goes.
Is this what it looks like?
I see black too.
Is this what it looks like when Julia spits in your face? Just black?
Sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brian. This is a perfect opportunity. Oh, there we go. Nope. You're gone again. While you're figuring your screen out, I'm going to let our listeners know about another wonderful, wonderful thing that they can include in their lives, folks. And I'm going to be straight with you on this one. Everybody...
I'm back.
I disagree.
You're back for me.
I do not see you yet. Oh, nope, there you are.
There I am.
There he is. Okay, I'm going to...
Okay, go ahead, then I'll finish my theory.
I was going to say, I will let the audience in. Folks, let's be real. Everybody could use more money. Brian, could you use more money?
in a heartbeat.
I'll take
You
that
know
as a yes.
I couldn't afford all this addiction. Need more money.
Well, what if I told you... Oh, he's off. And while he's sorting that, I'll keep going. What if I told you that there was a place where all you had to do was be in front of a computer or even on your smartphone, and you could learn 18 different wealth-creating skills on the internet? Well, there is such a place. And I can vouch for it because I am in it. It is called Hustlers University. You can learn a myriad of skills, which include but are not limited to skills like copywriting, how to properly freelance, affiliate marketing, drop shipping, online drop shipping. They even have a crypto campus course which teaches you all about various crypto models, different investing platforms, different investing strategies, along with NFTs and other decentralized finance. There is a link in the description where you can sign up today. It is $49 per month, but I can personally vouch for the fact that if you join Hustlers University and you don't make at least $50 a month, so it'll pay for itself. If you aren't making $50 a month at least, and trust me, you'll be making more. If you're not making at least $50 a month so that it pays for itself while you learn more, you are not doing it right. And I would make the argument that you are just intensely lazy as well. But like I said, link in the description, sign up today, and don't take my word for it, check it out. When you click the link, there's an introductory video that tells you more information. There's more information listed below. And you can literally sign up today and start making money. I did. I made a couple bucks on my first day. Like, again, it wasn't major, but I made a little bit of money on my first day. So, and you can too. So join Hustlers University today. And we're still waiting on Brian to sort out his picture issue. I want to hear his theory. Not Austin theory, just his wrestling theory.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can.
Can you see me?
You're not moving. Oh, nope. Can we hear the reggaeton in the background? I can see you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Share your theory, not your.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
I put the cat back on my repelling negativity candle.
Oh, it's okay. I thought you were going to take a drink out of it for a second, so we're good there now.
Nope.
So,
on with your theory.
Okay, so I think Seth is going to win it. I think Cody's going to come back at the Rumble. I think he is going to challenge Seth Rollins at Mania. It's going to be the main event, Cody versus Seth Rollins, what we finally think it's going to be. I think at the end of it, or even maybe right at the beginning of it, Seth Rollins will cash in to make it a three-way like he did before. And I think Seth Rollins will pin Cody. Because Cody's won all the matches leading up. I think Seth Rollins is going to finally get his final say-so and say, haha, no, it's my belt. I finally beat you. And I think it gives a good send-away for Roman Reigns for him to not get pinned so that he can just be the sour tribal chief and be pissed off for the next year until the next Mania so we can finally have Rock and Roman knock on wood.
I would like to see that.
And then the pay-per-view after, like Backlash or the one after, we can get another Cody versus Seth, and Cody will beat Seth for the world title.
I would like to see that. I like it. I hope that's what happens.
Thank goodness I got through that one.
You know what? Yeah, I share your opinion on that one. I see Rollins winning this. So let's move on to the women's Money in the Bank match, which I'm not going to lie, I hope these aren't back-to-back. But they are on the list. So far, we have Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel. Oh God, what was her original name?
Gonzalez.
Raquel Gonzalez. Because I'm not saying Raquel Rodriguez. That's fucking stupid.
Yes.
Asuka and Shotzi, and there's one open spot. And obviously, we all know the rules of the Money in the Bank ladder match. The winner gets a contract that they can cash in at any time for a world title match.
This one's a hard one for me because there's so many people that could win it.
Asuka.
So I don't think it's going to be Asuka.
I do.
Well, within this past year, they've been giving a lot of new people new shots. There's always been one person that's held it forever, and then there's like every other time it's been defended, been defended by somebody else. Now, honestly, my sleeper pick would be Shotzi to win it.
And I'm a little ignorant just because I've not been watching a lot of WWE program. I've been trying, but it's so boring. I've not seen a lot of Shotzi, so I don't know what they're doing with her. But
Honestly, not really.
Yeah, I have been seeing them putting Asuka on TV a lot, and I really wish they would stop. I have no problem with Asuka talking, but the way they're doing it just makes her look dumb.
Yes.
And I don't like it.
Yeah, and she's a phenomenal wrestler, so
yeah.
She just hasn't been booked right.
Well, it's not even her booking. It's literally just when she talks, I cringe because I know she doesn't, she can speak. She's not stupid. But I don't know. It's...
So that one's up in the air. So I think the sleeper pick would be Shotzi Blackheart.
I'm still thinking Asuka, but that's just because they've been building something up between her and Becky, and yeah. Alrighty, so that's my pick, and then the next match is we got Ronda Rousey versus Natalya for the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Oh goodness! So they're both really good friends in real life. I mean, honestly, I think they're all good friends in real life, but
I'd like to see Natty win it just so she can get a world title because she fucking deserves it.
I would love to see Natty win it because I think she's only had it twice, maybe once or twice.
And technically, wasn't that a Divas Championship? I know it's the same belt, but it's not the same belt.
Yeah, it was the Divas.
Yeah, there was something weird about a member of the Hart family holding a belt in the shape of a butterfly.
It's overdue for her to win it.
Yep, I agree. And plus there are whispers of Ronda Rousey returning to the UFC.
Really?
There are whispers. Nothing confirmed.
Not heard that.
Yeah, there are whispers, but
I would like for Natty to win it, but I think Ronda will win it.
I agree. I think Ronda will retain, but I would like Natty. I'd like to be wrong on this one. Next, we have a tag team match for the WWE Tag Team Championship. Oh, God. The Usos... Okay. It's the Usos versus the Street Profits.
Yeah, there's a no-brainer there. Usos will win it.
Gee, I wonder who's going to win that one. This is a SmackDown main event. What the fuck are we doing here?
Hey, I'm not saying it's not going to be a good match because it's going to be a good match.
It's not going to be a good.
It's going to be the Usos.
It's not going to be a good match because the Street Profits are just a knockoff version of Private Party.
Oh God! Here's this one again.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're wrong.
Tell me I'm wrong and like you mean it. Oh, God. And then we have Theory's going to get destroyed. We got Theory taking on Bobby Lashley for the United States Championship. And unless Theory cheats, Bobby's going to spank that ass.
Yeah, and I don't think Bobby needs a U.S. title at all. I really don't.
Yes.
So Bobby doesn't really have anything else going on. So I think and it's for the U.S. title, I believe. So I do believe Bobby will win less.
Yep. Well, and that's all we have thus far for Money in the Bank. As usual, watch WWE television to get all the latest and greatest details on the upcoming pay-per-view. So let's see. WWE is just in bizarro world right now. AEW is, like, frankly, if I was working at AEW, I'd be nervous that I was going to get injured, like tripping over my own feet. There's something in the water over there. We lost Brian again.
I'm here.
Excellent.
By golly.
Excellent. I was just getting ready to lead us out because we've covered everything. But I'd be nervous if I was wrestling in AEW or New Japan right now because there seems to be something in the water.
I think it's not just in their water. I think it's in everybody's water because, like,
that's true. I think
watched
it's
a little
wrestling.
I watched indie wrestling too, and like, there's been a lot of indie going on.
Joey Janela setting his foot on fire doesn't count.
Okay. Really an injury. That was just stupidity.
As he did that to himself. But anyway, we shall wrap it up. Thank you once again for joining us for the Down the Middle podcast. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. It's the only way we're going to grow the podcast and get everybody to recognize us as their favorite pro wrestling podcast that doesn't have big name pro wrestlers on it yet. But we do have a pro wrestler on it. He's right over there. And he won the Benji Kaufman Memorial Cup, or the Kurt Acid Memorial Cup, excuse me. Yeah. And then also, like always, if you prefer to listen to the Down the Middle podcast rather than watch it, you can check us out on our various audio streaming platforms that include but are not limited to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon, Audible, Stitcher, Radio Now, and Anchor. And also, show some love for the sponsors. Seriously, buy some of these. If there's got to be some kind of holiday coming up, or a birthday for your lady.
There's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. You need to buy gifts right here, guys. If you need a gift for your girl, don't even think twice. It's right there. You're done. It'll show up to your house. You don't even have to go anywhere. And then you can pay for that by signing up to Hustlers University, earning money from your computer or your smartphone by learning these skills that work for today, because frankly, the way people built wealth 20 years ago no longer flies. I think we've pretty well seen that. And enjoy the pay-per-views.
Yeah, because we have back-to-back weekends.
Yep. Do your best to enjoy them. I'm pretty sure Money in the Bank will be good. I'm still nervous about Forbidden Door, but we shall see.
That's true.
Alrighty. We will see you all in 2 weeks with results from both pay-per-views. Go away now.